Good morning, my dear students. It gives me great pleasure to talk to you students through video presentations as usual. Today, we are going to discuss some simple activities related to some concepts in mathematics of class 12 CBSE. The first activity is known as vertical line test. Thing is, if we are going to be given any equation, we can just think about the various points by substituting the value of x, what is the corresponding value of y, we'll be finding out. And after plotting the points, we'll be able to draw the graph of the curve. Therefore, when any equation is given, we'll be able to draw the graph of the curve. But just by looking at the equation, we may not come to the conclusion whether it forms a function or not. Okay, before going into the details of this particular activity, let us just recall the basic definition of a function. If each and every element of a set capital A is related to only one element of another set capital B, I mean to say there is a function f from capital A to capital B. The phrase each and every element of A tells us that no element in A should be left out without any image. To the element to which it is related in B is supposed to be known as images. Therefore, no element in A should be left out without any image. There is one specific condition, and each element should have only one image. It should not be related to more than one element. If these two conditions are satisfied, such a relation is called a function. Look at these three, just for a quick recap. Okay, if I'm going to think about this particular these three diagrams, okay, these three diagrams, you see here 3 doesn't have an image, therefore this is not a function. 3 does not have an image here from A to B, therefore it is not a function. It's a relation but not a function. Here 1 has 2 images, 1 goes to 3 as well as 4, it is not a function. Here there are only 2 elements, each has a single image. Therefore, this is a function. This is a function. Therefore, here it is not a function because 3 has no image. Here this is not a function because 1 has 2 images, and this is a function because I have only 2 elements and both have only one image individually. Therefore, this is not a function, this is not a function, but this is a function. Anyway, I have just, I don't want to waste the time that I have drawn the diagram already. I have taken 4 different equations. One is x square equal to 4y, and another one is y square equal to 4x. Third one is x square plus y square equal to 25, and fourth one I have taken x plus y is equal to 2. Just listen carefully. X square equal to 4y is the parabola with vertex 0, 0, and it passes through 0, 0, and when y is 1, I will get it to be x is plus or minus 2. It passes through anyway 2, 1, minus 2, 1. Just listen, it's easy for you to understand. Okay, I'm not going to plot the points. My idea is not to plot the points and drawing the diagram. My idea is to find out, after drawing the diagram, I'm going to come to the conclusion whether a particular equation forms a function or not. That's what I'm supposed to find out. Here, of course, y square equal to 4x is a parabola with vertex 0, 0, and it passes through 0, 0, 1, 2, of course 1, minus 2, etc. When x is 1, y is plus or minus 2. And of course, x square plus y square equal to 25. The circle is centered 0, 0, and of course passes through 5, 0, minus 5, 0, 0, 5, 0, minus 5. Here it is symmetric with respect to y axis. Here it is symmetric with respect to x axis. Here it is symmetric with respect to both the axes. Then x plus y equal to 2 with a straight line passing through 2, 0, 0, 2. Just by substituting a particular value for x, what are the corresponding values for y, I'll be able to find out the various points anyway. Let it be. The particular thing tells you this is known as vertical line test. I told you. For each of these diagrams, for each of these curves, I'll draw a vertical line. That is a line parallel to y-axis. I've drawn a vertical line here. If we draw a vertical line, if the drawn vertical line intersects the given curve at only one point always, whatever maybe as many vertical lines we draw, as many as possible, all the lines should intersect the given curve at only one point. If such a case arises, it will be a function. For example, here we keep on drawing various vertical. I have drawn, just for example, I have drawn only one. I can keep on drawing various lines. In all the cases, I'll be able to find out it intersects the given curve at only one point. Okay, I can draw here, I can draw here, I can draw here. I can keep on drawing various lines. Okay, therefore, it will be definitely a function. Here, after drawing, what does it mean? For a value of x, I have only one y value. That is the meaning. Okay, here if I draw a vertical line here, I have drawn one line. Okay, I have identify a point here as well as in the first quadrant as well as in the fourth quadrant. Therefore, if I consider this point, let us say here a, I'll get a comma, of course, what it is 2 root a, whatever it may be. I'll get 1 point in the first quadrant as well as 1 point in the fourth quadrant. Therefore, this particular point in x-axis will have two images. It will contradict the definition of a function. Therefore, this will not form a function. Here again, if I draw a vertical line, here I get 1 point in the first quadrant. I've got 1 point in the second, fourth quadrant. Okay, now for this particular point in x-axis has two images. The y values are considered to be the corresponding images. Therefore, this will not be a function. And of course, I keep on drawing various vertical lines. It will intersect the given curve. Of course, it's a straight line anyway. Okay, at only 1 point. For x plus y is equal to 2 will be a function. I repeat, if I am going to, after I draw the diagrams meant for the corresponding equation, I draw various vertical lines. If I am able to identify one vertical line, at least one vertical line in which you have the line intersecting the given curve at more than 1 point, it will not be a function. Therefore, this is not a function, this is not a function because this particular point has two images which contradict the definition of a function. Then this is not a function, this particular point has two images. Here, this is a function because it intersects the line x plus y equal to 2 at only 1 point. I can draw various such, any vertical line for that matter. Similarly, here it will be a function here. If I am going to draw various vertical lines, it will intersect the given curve at only 1 point. Therefore, this will be a function, this will be a function, this will not be a function, this will not be a function. I think this particular thing is known as vertical line test to find out a given thing is a function or not, to identify given thing is a function or not. Okay, we'll move on to the second activity. Okay, second activity is nothing but identifying. You will be given some arrow diagrams meant for a function. Okay, after looking at it, you are supposed to find out whether it will be a function or not. If it is a function, then I need to check whether it is one-to-one or on-to, etc. Okay, I'll just explain the real meaning of function again using a diagram, etc. Okay, just listen carefully. Just imagine that you are given a situation like this. Various cases, let me take. Okay, let me take various cases. Okay, let me just take a case like this. Okay, here you see just listen carefully. Listen here, I already told you if each and every element of a set capital A is related to only one element and another set capital B, I mean to say it is a function. There is a function from A to B. That's what I already told you. Just listen carefully. Actually, just by looking at the diagram, I can connect it with a practical example. Just listen carefully. One has two images. Instead of having one has two images will not form a function. We'll just take it as an example. if we are going to, if somebody wants to go to Madurai, let us say, if he wants to book a ticket, he can't travel in two different trains at the same time. That is quite possible, quite reasonable. Okay, a person cannot travel in two different trains at the same time. Here, one is trying to travel in two different trains at the same time. It is not possible. Anybody can travel at the same time in only one train. He or she can't travel in two different trains. Okay, therefore one is trying to travel in two different trains. Therefore, this is not a function. Okay, similar to that, one element should not have more than one image. Similar to the concept that a person cannot travel in two different trains, an element should not have more than one image. Here, one is having two images. The passenger one is trying to travel in two different trains at the same time. It is not possible. Therefore, this is not a function. Okay, passenger 5 is not moving at all. Maybe the destination what he wants to go is not there in B. Therefore, he doesn't want to move, doesn't have a train to move. He doesn't want to book a ticket and move. Therefore, 5 doesn't move at all. The passenger 5 doesn't have a train. Such a thing shouldn't happen. A 5 does not have an image. Therefore, this is not a function. Okay, listen carefully. Here, 1 and 2 move, actually every element has an image here. 1 and 2 move in the same train. 1 and 2 move in the same train. Such a function is called many to one. Many elements have the same image. 1 to many is not possible, but many to 1 is possible. 1 and 2 move in the same train. Therefore, it is called many to 1. And here you just imagine 6 doesn't have a pre-image, or otherwise you can just imagine that this is a destination. This destination does not have a train from this place. Therefore, 6 does not have a passenger at all. Therefore, such a function is called into function. If some element in B is left out, it is called into function, not onto, into, both are same. Here, many element going to one element. Okay, here 1 and 2 move in the same train. Therefore, it is many to one. It's a function first of all. Then no element in B is left out. That is, every element here has a passenger here. Every train here has a passenger. Therefore, it is many to one and onto. Here 1 goes to 4. Every element, every passenger is moving in distinct trains. If such a case arises, it is called 1 to 1. It's 1 to 1 and no element here is left out. No train is left without a passenger here. Therefore, it is called onto. It is 1 to 1 onto. This is called a bijection. This is called a bijection. Whenever it is a bijection, I'll be able to look at an inverse function. Here, inverse function will be given as, if you write it as an ordered pair, f is given by 1, 4, 2, 5, 3, 6. Whereas the inverse function here is written as 4, 1, 5, 2, 6, 3. Let me repeat. 1 has two images, which is not possible, which contradicts the definition of a function. Or otherwise, I can say that the passenger 1 is trying to move in two different trains at the same time, which is not possible. Therefore, this is not a function. Okay, here 5 doesn't have an image, or I can say passenger 5 is not moving at all. He doesn't have a train to move. Therefore, this is not a function. Here, it is a function. Every passenger has a destination. Every passenger is moving now. 1 and 2 move in the same train. Therefore, it is called many to one. Many element going to one element. Many element. Here, 6 is left out without any pre-image. The elements here are called pre-images. 6 doesn't have a pre-image. Or I can say, if we call this as a train, let us say, 6 doesn't have a passenger at all in A. Okay, therefore I mean to say it is into or not onto. This is many to one and into. And here every element has a pre-image. Okay, no train is left out without a passenger in B here. Therefore, this is onto. And 1 and 2 move in the same train. Therefore, it is many to one and onto. And here it is, of course, it is both 1 to and onto. 1 to 1 means one element going to one element. One element going to one element. Therefore, I mean to say 1 goes to 4, 2 goes to 5, 3 goes to 6, and no element in B is left out. Therefore, it is 1 to 1 as well as onto. Therefore, this is called a bijection. For any bijection, I'll be able to think about a reverse function. Reverse function is given as 4, 1, 5, 2, 6, 3. That's the meaning. Okay, therefore, whenever I'm given an arrow diagram, I should be able to find out whether it forms a function or not. Whenever it forms a function, whether it is 1 to 1 or onto, One to one means one element going to one element going to one element. Or you can even think about each passenger moves in different trains. That's the meaning of one to one function. Okay, if many passengers move in the same train, it is called many to one function. If there are some trains without having any pre-image in B, okay, B is left out without any passenger, such a function is called into function or not onto function. If every element has a pre-image or every train here has a passenger from in A, such a function is called onto. Function is both onto and onto is called bijection. Okay, whenever it is a bijection, I'll be able to think about inverse of a function. Here f is given by 1, 4, 2, 5, 3, 6 is both 1, 2 and onto. Therefore, inverse is possible. F inverse is given by the ordered pairs 4, 1, 5, 2, 6, 3. And for the second activity is nothing but you'll be given some diagrams and you'll be expected to find out whether they form a function or not. At the same time, if it is a function, you should check whether it is one to one or onto, etc., etc. Okay, if it is one to one, write one to one. If it is many to one, write many to one. If it is into, write into. If it is onto, write onto. And at the same time, you will be given another set of ordered pairs also to find out. Okay, ordered pairs also. You can give this as ordered pair. Here 1, 5, 2, 5, 3, 4. Okay, and here of course 1 and 2 have the same image, therefore it is many to one. Okay, that is how you should write. Similarly, this is many. After looking at the ordered pair, you are supposed to find out whether it is one to or not to on. Okay, now for looking at the ordered pairs also, you should be able to find out whether it is one to or on to, etc. And looking at the arrow diagram also, you should be able to find out whether it is a function or not. That is your second activity. Anyway, thank you students for patient watching. I'll meet you in a different video with various activities further. Till then, goodbye from R. Shankar Raman.